everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With that, the wait is finally over. It is Super Bowl Sunday. For the call, here's our veteran duo of so many Super Bowls, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we have played 266 games in this NFL season. Only one remains, and it's the biggest of them all, as EA Sports is proud to present coverage of the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
You got him. You got it. Now let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now back to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Red zone opportunity.
Double tight. All right, here we go. Green, third. Watch him now, Barney.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
On the dive, here's the fullback Proch. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And he motions the wide receiver. Now a quick handoff, and this is the fullback, Prosh. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Man left, man left.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Ready. Blue ready. Easy.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9.
Ready. Blue easy. Watch twist. Watch twist. Easy. Switch.
Off the play fake. Winston. Buying time. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Ready.
Play fake. Winston. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they're getting it done.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. My 50.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Double tight, double tight. Wait. Let's go now. Easy.
Winston now from the 50. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Wait. Ready. Blue lady. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Working out of the gun. Winston.
Turn it up. Kill.
Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey. You got 4. You got 4 down. Let's go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Watch left. Ready. Blue lady.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now out comes Houston. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And now here's a carry heading left. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right at the line of scrimmage.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll look to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tight end left. Ready. Blue lady. Easy. We got 3.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Easy, easy, easy. Ready. Wait.
Play action now. Winston escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left down to the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Ready. Blue ready.
Pushing through the contact.
Got you, 45.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper at a 1st down.
That's it, baby. That's it. Right. Ready. Down on the right. Hey. Easy.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Ready. Blue ready. We got 3 down. Sonic. Take the ready back. Easy. Blue ready. 25. Kill.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Strong right. 30. 3 down. White.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey.
Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. always better than nothing.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 77 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball, outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Following the interception, Winston. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Nice hit, boy. Wait. Blue ready. Flip it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he powers his way up past the 30. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, another quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for fourth down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second down, Winston. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 23 yards on the play.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Easy. Ready. Blue ready. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. My 50. Slam.
First down, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
My 50. 4 down. Check. My 50.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Easy. Yes. Ready. Blue ready.
On play action, Winston. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
White, 50, white 50. Ready, easy, flip it. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, good hurdle. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Gun!
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go now. Gone.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. And the D looking like they may blitz. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Texans a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with two straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And look out. I think he's going to go. He's at the 50, the 40. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Texans on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll set up to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Hey, here I come. Easy. My 50. Ready. Blue way. My 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Here they come. Hot. Run. Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Ready. Blue ready. 3 down.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Double tight. You got 3 down. Ready. White 25. 10's the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.